rest of the Blackout boys are true seniors. You are a redshirt senior. Do you see yourself as one of the leaders of this team, and kind of what does this fifth year represent to you?
It just represents the fact that I've been through the fire, like every single phase that we've been through, all the down, the 1-12 seasons, the 10-2s, the 3-9s, all that. So I've just been through everything, so I can teach a lot, and players can learn from me, and I can learn from everybody else that's in my class, like Bryce and G5 and all them. And that just shows that we've been through the fire, and that we can just help you for building blocks for the future.
Early impressions of fall camp. I mean, last year was a huge season for this program. What have you seen from the guys coming back and building off of what you guys did last year?
I just see us, our offense, I can speak for us, we look way faster. Like our tempo is amazing, and you saw how fast our tempo was during the season last year, so it looks pretty scary right now, and it just started, so I can't wait to see how we build upon camp and just keep going. The defense looks good as well. We're getting them better every day, and they get us better every day, just like last year, so I love it right now.
What about Steven? I mean, this is a kid who's got all the physical tools in the world. Everybody knows that.
Right.
He came in last season and gave you some big starts and won some games. Does that give you confidence moving into this year that you know that he can lead this team? Whereas maybe in the past there have been some questions, during your time here about whether or not your quarterback was suited to lead this team.
Right. Yeah, those starts last year definitely were good for him, just for him to get the feel of starting and everything. And now that he has a full year to prepare for the season, he's even has even more upper hand. So I'm proud of him. I'm ready for him to step up and take that next level and just throw us a lot of touchdowns and make a lot of plays for our team.
How good do you think this offense can be? You talk about the tempo, and last year one of the big things was getting the first down. Do you see this offense just continuing to progress on what you guys did last year and getting faster?
Yeah, I see it being much better than last year, honestly, because we have another quarterback who can sling and throw it deep, and he loves throwing it deep. We have Phil coming back, who was confident, had a full year of balling out, and Shay. We just got players everywhere that can make plays. So it's pretty scary, like I said earlier. The sky's the limit. The only people that can stop us is us. So as long as we make plays and be consistent, we're gonna have a big year.
Evaluate your position group right now compared to when you got here on campus with Nelson and Paul, and it's a lot different now. Just from a receiver standpoint, how much does that motivate you to have that many guys here that can really go?
That motivates us because we push each other every day. When I first got here, it was either P. Rich was the guy, like one guy, or Nelson was the guy the next year. But now we have a collective group of people who can all make plays and all have big games. So it's like the 1 week is your turn, 1 week is my turn. It's just like back and forth. So we compete every day and just make each other better, and that's what makes a great team.
I'm curious to get your perspective on this because you are entering your fifth year here. What did the last two losses of the season mean for you guys? After the Utah game, it was almost like, wow, okay, Pac-12 South champs, know. But what did the last two losses mean for this team, and did it motivate you to reach another level this season?
Personally, I feel like we took the last two games for granted. Like, we were complacent because we haven't been there before, so we enjoyed the time off and all the side things more than we enjoyed the actual process of the game. But now that we've got that experience, and now that we're ready for bigger and better things now, so I feel like that was a motivation for us to actually win the Pac-12 championship now and actually go to the Final Four instead of being right out of the Final Four or losing the Pac-12 chip to Washington. So we got a lot of expectations for ourselves, and we're looking for big things this year. So Pac-12 championship is the next thing now.
You went up against Cheeto, Akello, Tedrick, all those guys last year. This year you're going up against Isaiah, Dante, and Trey. What are you seeing out of the DBs this year? That's a big question on this team, is who's going to be able to step up and replace those guys. Are you seeing good things early in camp? Oh,
yeah, I see fire in all those guys. I see fire in Foe, Nick, Dante, Isaiah for sure. I just see, yesterday I saw Isaiah and Shay getting into it, get a little fired up. That's what I like to see out here, competition. Just because they think just because Money Gang is gone, apparently they're not going at all. We have players that can step in and make plays, and we've been making them better every day, and they make us better also, just like last year.
How much has Coach Chev helped the culture of this team develop and kind of reach the next level?
He just brought us to our potential. He brought out the full potential of every player on the offense for sure. Whenever we make a mistake, he's not down on us or anything, because he knows what we're capable of. So he picks us up and just makes us do the rep over again, just because he knows what we're capable of. And I just love how the way he coaches and the way he brings us up instead of taking us down. That's a big thing for a player in a relationship with a coach, and I love that about Coach Chev. He brings us up every day.
Any personal goals for you this season? Outside of the individual, obviously you want the ring and everybody wants to win, but any personal goals for you?
Personally, I want to end with a bang and leave my legacy. So I want to have over 1,000 yards personally, over 10 touchdowns, and I want to lead my team to the Pac-12 championship and just show the world what the Blackout Boys are and what Minigang is and what Montez can do.